Hey everybody, I'm Jack. This is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. I'm coming to you from my new command center here. Right in front of me, I went down to Pensacola, snuck down there again. When did I go? On Friday. Yeah, and got myself a desk. I've got a much better place. This where I'm sitting right now has just a lot more flow. I've got a nice view. It's big and open. I don't feel crammed, and I feel like this is a place that I can settle in and work for hours at a time. And since it's looking like I'm going to be in Alabama for a while, I'm just going to double down and go to ground and get a bunch of work done. Anyhow, I want to start the week off talking about raw food diet sheep. Take responsibility, do your own research, and you be responsible for your own health. I do videos every day, so if you are not already subscribed to the channel, I'd appreciate if you'd hit that subscribe button now, then click on the little bell and check send notifications so you'll stay subscribed to the channel. Sometime, just out of the blue, YouTube will unsubscribe you from channels. I find this all the time on ones of mine. It's like so many people out there just listen, I consider my health probably my number one treasure, my number one prize, my number one source of wealth. About my only source of wealth. I don't have any conventional wealth. And consequently, over the last 6 years, since I changed the way I lived and I take my health seriously now, I take responsibility for it. Now, that doesn't mean that I don't get things from other people. I don't watch other people. I don't learn things from other people. But in the end, I'm like the gatekeeper. I'm the one that's responsible. All this information comes in. I don't care, I've never been one for, oh, well, that's irresponsible. Did you see the message or the information that person's putting out? Not in my world. Now, some people will argue with that, and probably people have valid reasons, but not in my world, because I'm the gatekeeper. I'm responsible for everything that I do with my body, and I'm responsible for everything I put into my body. So I decided early on in this that that's the approach I was going to take. I mean, I see people all the time. I see videos. You probably go on YouTube and you could find 100 videos in the course of an afternoon of somebody slamming somebody else, whether they're on YouTube or somewhere else, for leading them astray and giving them bad information, ruining their health, wrecking their health. This person's horrible. Their channel should be taken down. They should be censored in this way and in that. No, they shouldn't. You should have been smarter in the first place. And a lot of that is anger, bitterness, because I think they've come to the conclusion that I'm talking about right now. They had that aha moment. They had that moment where they realized, well, I shouldn't be just like taking somebody else's advice, word, just lock, stock, and barrel without no verification, without no thought process of my own. So they get angry and they lash out at that person, and this is the big bad wolf, because something that they're doing is not working out for them. That's weakness to me. That is weakness. I've always, one of my things, I try to look back. I'm better about it now, but I've pretty much always been pretty good about owning me, taking responsible. Even if I do some incredibly stupid things, it always falls on me. I get it, and this goes for everybody. Here's another reason I say take responsibility for yourself, and don't get all starry-eyed with all, I get asked about this one and that one. Hey Jack, what do you think about this one and that one? Do you watch this one? Well, so-and-so says this. What do you think about this? I don't care about so-and-so. I don't care what they have to say. Most of them, I don't know who they are. And I don't care what they have to say. And I've made that pretty clear since I've been doing this lifestyle. And that's no disrespect to anybody. There's a lot of people out there, I'll show them respect, but I don't have reverence for anybody in this thing. I'm not like a fanboy. Maybe it's my age. I'm a little too old to be in awe of people, to be a fanboy. You'll get it. Some of you younger folks, you'll get it. You get to a certain age and you're just like, yeah, I can say what I want to. I've reached that age. I can say what I want to now, and I think in a certain bold way. And you know what? I don't need any of that stuff. So even with that, there's some big YouTube channels out there. I pay attention to this a lot. And you know what? No harm, no foul. Because YouTube is a big place, and YouTube means a lot of things and encompasses a lot of things. There's people, and people watch videos for a lot of different reasons. People watch for knowledge, people watch for entertainment, and sometimes they mix. But know when you're just watching something for pure entertainment, but also realize no matter how much you like that person, no matter how much you might think you resonate, no matter how much you want to do things like them, you're you. You're you. And another thing too, when you get into where there's books involved, coaching involved, programs involved, let's just say the word, money involved, I think a lot of brands out there and a lot of channels and programs and people on Instagram and just people that operate in the genre, sometimes it's calculated. And I can understand that, and that can be real tempting. And I've been tempted to do that from time to time, to shake up the channel here and there. But then I try to step back and say, is this authentic? Like, I'm not going to change the way I'm eating. I'm not going to come up with some sort of program. I'm not going to come up with anything that is about our most precious gift that's just kind of a gimmick to shake up my channel, or, okay, ooh, this maneuver might get me some more followers, or it might be a little bit more popular or gain some popularity. You see what I'm getting at? And that's what I feel happens out there a lot. I could watch a formula. I predict. I talk to people in Messenger and I say, hey, watch so-and-so. They just did this. I'm going to bet you that within a year they'll be doing this. And a lot of times they do. And it's very calculated to, you know, in the world we live in. So like I say, I understand it from the marketing level and the winning people over level. You know, you shake things up, you do something drastic. But this is about our health. If I'm ever going to do something like that, I'm hoping that it will always be authentic. Blaming others when it goes wrong, I covered that. I'm just checking my notes. I'd always jot a few things down. Hopefully I don't forget saying them. But yeah, people want to blame somebody else. There's always blame. I don't want that. I don't want that. Control. Maybe I'm a bit of a control freak, but I want it all within my hands. If things are good, I want to be like, good job, Jack. You did, you know, you got it done. You know, you figured it out. I want to have a good feeling about myself. I don't want to be like, well, you know, good or bad. I don't want to be like, wow, I owe so much to this person over there because they just, you know, did this for me. They did that for me. Now, there's people that have sent me in some really good directions, and I'm very grateful for that. But you get what I'm talking about here. Sometimes you have to spell things out because, you know, you never know. I guess there's people with, you know, there's very intelligent people that watch things, and there's people that are a little bit more simple that watch things. So the simple people tend to want to take everything literally. Once again, I want everybody to come saying, well, why are you throwing hate? No. There's a lot of good resources out there. There's a lot of good information out there. And I get them from everywhere. And I think my method works because I don't have any restrictions in my brain. Just like I say, I don't worship or I don't have reverence for any of these people. I don't really discount any person 100% either. So I'm always picking nuggets out. People do that the opposite way too. They have someone that they particularly don't like or they don't resonate with, or their friend doesn't do it, or for whatever reason, and all of a sudden this person is the opposite of the person that they'll follow like a sheep. This person, no matter what they say, won't listen to them. See, I take a little bit from everybody. I've always got my filters. Everything is just information. There is no good. There is no bad. There's not a YouTuber or a brand that I'm like, ooh, I'm just starstruck with his stuff. It's all information that's coming in. It's just kind of computer-like algorithms, information coming in. My filters are like, nope, that's BS, that's BS. No, that doesn't make sense. Yes, that makes sense. Ooh, let's add that to this information. Oh, in light of this, bing, bang, boom. But I'm the curator. I'm the gatekeeper. I'm always in charge. And no matter what happens, it will always be my results. In other words, you know, when I'm laying on my deathbed, if I figure out, oh my God, the way I did things, yeah, it just wasn't right. I didn't eat right, or I didn't do this right, or I didn't do that right. I'll own that on my deathbed. And consequently, the things that I'm like, yeah, okay, you know, that was That was a pretty good move back in 2012, switching over to this plant-based diet, living a high raw vegan lifestyle, and I'll be able to own that too. But all along that journey, it will all have been because of me in the end, because that's who's responsible. And now this, like I say, sometimes my videos are fairly simple. But I guess I have to stretch them out a little bit so they will, they can't be like a 2-minute video. But it's basically, that is life. Take responsibility for yourself in life. Nobody likes that person that there's always an excuse. I found, listen, just believe me. If you don't just believe me, I found in every aspect of life. Hell, I used to work in restaurants, and I found even like this is a totally different story. Working with the cooks back in the kitchen, I made a mistake. You know what most wait staff and bartenders would do? They would dance back into that kitchen and make excuses and this and that and why, and they would talk for 15 minutes about why it wasn't their fault. And they didn't get their stuff taken care of because the kitchen staff hated that. Me, you know what I did? Went right back in there and said, guys, I screwed up big time and I'm in a lot of trouble. I always claimed it, I always took responsibility. They would put my order back in, put it on, they just said fire that order. And I would have my order back out in 2 minutes. So taking responsibility in life for everything is a good thing, but taking responsibility for our most precious asset is just common sense. So don't ask me about other people. Don't complain about this person put you down the wrong path. You put yourself down the wrong path because you have to always think of yourself as the captain of your ship. If not, well, then you're just up to chance as to what's going to happen to you. So anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed this video to start out the week. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Peace.